Okay. So a story about a dinosaur that loved to crush feet with its huge feet, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
Not crush feet.
I mean, crush rocks.
Yeah.
Yes. This was a story about Henry, a big dinosaur that was also quite a happy and friendly dinosaur. Yes.
I told you the name of the dinosaur to be Crusher.
Oh, okay. Well, everybody called him Crusher, anyways, even though that wasn't his original name, but he got used to it. So, Crusher usually loved to go on walks everywhere. And if he would see a rock that wasn't too big, he would go out of his way to just go to the rock and stomp until it was turned into dust. And Crusher thought that that was the most fun thing to do because he had huge feet. And also, he was huge himself, so he was very heavy. Well, one day, Crusher's mom asked Crusher if he could go uh, to the store to buy some things that she needed to make dinner. And Crusher said, "Sure, Mom, no problem." And so her mom gave him some money and said, "Okay, go and doesn't I don't need him right now. Just take your time, but be back before nightfall." And so off he went. He thought, "Great, I have all the time in the world. I'm going to stop around if I see any rocks that I want to crush." And he took the way around that he knew of how to get to the store, which was going close to a river next to the mountains. Well, as he turned around the corner in the middle of the forest, as he was going to buy the things, he saw something that he had never seen before. Apparently, a huge rock had fallen from the mountain, had rolled down the mountain, and was now blocking his way. Huge rock. He thought, "Ooh, lucky me. The biggest rock ever. I'm totally gonna stomp it with my feet and crush it." And so, with a lot of trouble, he got up on top of this rock and started stomping and jumping. But nothing happened. This dog was way too big. It was bigger than him. But he tried and jumped and jumped and jumped. When an eagle saw him, and he flew nearby and kept watching and watching this giant, silly thing jumping on top of the rock like he was dancing some chicken dance or something. After a while of this, the eagle saw that it was pointless and thought, "I can't figure out why this guy is doing this. Might as well go ask him." So he flew nearby and said, "Hey, you, Bigfoot." "What? Who's there?" "It's me, the eagle." "Oh, yes. Hi, eagle." "Can I ask you something?" said the eagle. "Yes. What are you doing?" "Oh, well, I'm supposed to go to the store. My mom asked me to go buy some things. But there's this giant rock in the middle of the way, and it's blocking my way. So I'm about to crush it so I can keep going." "Well, yes, genius, but you've been at it for like 20 minutes and the stone isn't moving. Don't you think that this is not going to happen?" And the dinosaur said, "Roar! I am Crusher. Haven't you heard of me?" And the eagle said, "Nope, not one bit." "Well, roar! I am Crusher. I crush rocks for fun. So no rock is big enough for Crusher." "All right, suit yourself, Crusher. Bye." And the eagle flew away. And Crusher kept jumping and jumping and crawling and scratching the rock and kicking it until his feet hurt so much. And the rock, nothing. So he sat down, and it was not dark, but it was already a little bit late. And he knew that his mom had said, uh, be back before dawn, before it gets dark. And so he suddenly was frustrated and said, roar! The eagle recognized that roar, even though she was far away in her nest. And she thought, maybe this guy's in trouble. I better go help him. And so she flew back and said, hey, oh, it's you again, said Crusher. Yes, how's the rock crushing business going? Well, not so good, said Crusher. For some reason, this rock refuses to get crushed under my huge feet. Yes, no mystery there. That rock is bigger than you. You're never going to crush it. It's like you're trying to crush a mountain. This is no mountain. That's not my point, said the eagle. Look, I don't think that's going to happen. And my mom used to say something that I think is very important here. What is that? Said Crusher. Well, it's a secret that us eagles pass from mom to baby chick. But I guess I can tell you. It is as follows. Always pick your battles. What? What does that mean? Said Crusher. Pick your battles. It means don't go into everything you see. There are some things that it's not worth fighting for or fighting against. And if you fight everything you find, you will be fighting your whole life and you won't always win those fights. Because even when you win the fight, sometimes you break things that you're not supposed to. Oh, I know, said Crusher, like the time that I was crushing a rock. And it turns out that it was some turtle home. Yeah, I guess. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Pick your battles. I don't think this is a good battle for you. And you're about to get into trouble. You said that your mom sent you to buy something? Yes, said Crusher. Well, if you stay here until you finish crushing this rock, I don't think you'll ever make it back home. So it's probably best if you keep going. I don't think so. I have to crush rocks. That's why I'm called Crusher. If I don't, I may go back to being named Henry, and I like to be called Crusher. Oh, whatever. Good luck, Crusher. And the eagle flew away. Well, turns out it was getting dark, and suddenly Crusher realized that he had made no progress crushing the rock, and that there was no way he could make it back home in time with everything he needed to do. Go to the store, buy some things, and come back before the sunset. And so he got scared. And again he said, roar! And the eagle said, again, this guy, if I don't help him, he's not going to let me sleep. So she flew back where Crusher was and said, hey, how's the rock crushing business? I'm not good, my friend, not good. I don't think I'm going to make it. What did I tell you? I know. Pick your battles. You were right, Eagle. This was not a good battle for me, but now I'm in trouble. Why? Well, I have to go all the way across the mountain, and I'm not going to make it in time before my mom says it was too late, and I'll be in trouble. I guess I can help you, said the eagle. How? You're just an eagle. Well, yes, that's exactly how. I can see the world from high up above, so I can guide you through the mountains. You can go off-road through secret passages, and you will make it back in time, just before sunset completes. Really? You would do that? Anything so you can shut up and I can sleep. I mean, yes, of course, said the eagle. Oh, great. All right, follow me. And the eagle took off flying. Whee, whee, said the eagle. And Crusher started running through the mountain. Boom, 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 boom. Her huge feet stomping in the rocks. Boom, 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 boom. And suddenly saw a super awesome rock, not too big, not too small, perfect for crushing, and he stopped. The eagle, who was flying, stopped hearing the boom, boom, boom. So she turned around and she saw Crusher completely focused on the rock. Crush, 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 crushing the rock. And so the eagle flew on top of Crusher's head and poked him in the forehead and said, "What are you doing? This is the best rock ever. I am Crusher." And she said, "Crusher, focus. You're not going to make it in time if you don't do one thing." "You're right. The mission. Let's keep going." And the eagle took off. Boom, 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 boom. Crusher ran behind him. They made it to the store, bought the things that he needed to buy, and again, running behind the eagle. Boom, 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 boom. When suddenly, ooh, nice crunchy rock. It can't harm anybody. It'll be just one stump. And he crushed a little bit of a rock, and suddenly he loved it so much, he started crushing another rock and another rock and another rock. And suddenly it was completely dark. He had failed. It was too late. And now, even the eagle couldn't see too much. She could barely see, and eagles have great eyesight. And so, Crusher started getting worried. He realized he was not going to make it. But he had a trick up his sleeve, a trick that the eagle didn't know about. Crusher always remembered the place where he left his favorite rocks. And this huge rock he had spent so many hours stomping for nothing was marked in his memory. He knew exactly where to go. And so Crusher started running towards the big rock. Boom, 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 until he got there and thought, I would love to crush this rock. And the eagle said, "Wee!" And he remembered what the eagle had said. "Pick your battles. This is not the right time. I can come back later." And so he ran home. And when he got home, his mama was so worried. He said, "Where were you?" And Crusher explained to her all about the rocks and how much fun they were. And her mom said, "Well, I understand what happened, but you can't do this. You need to understand priorities. If you just focus on what's in front of your nose, you will miss the bigger picture." And he said, "Like the eagle. The eagle can fly high, so she can see far ahead. I don't. I'm always stuck to the floor. That's why every time I see a rock, I get distracted." "Exactly," said the mom. "Oh, but then how can I go through life if every time I see a rock, I'm going to be so excited and I want to crush it?" And the mom said, "Well, the secret is very easy actually, but most people don't know about it. You don't see with your eyes. You see with your mind and with your heart. You follow your knowledge and your emotions, not what's in front of your face. In other words, don't let the tree get in front of your face so close that you can't see the forest." And so Crusher thought about it for a moment, and he thought, "You're right. I could have been thinking of my mission instead of only reacting to what was in front of me." "Exactly," said his mom. "Now go to bed, and tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day, and you can go back to try to crush that huge rock. But for now, promise me you won't get distracted like this when I send you somewhere, because I was so worried." And Crusher said, "I love you, Mama."